this is Chief Chris Butler. I'm here to announce a murder arrest. The victim in this case is Luciano Martinez, a white male, 32 years old. The suspect is a Jacobo Anaya. He's a white male, 33 years old, and he does not have any criminal history. On Sunday, February 15, 2015, at 3:51 p.m., police officers were dispatched to a shooting at a home in the 4300 block of DeGale Lane. The police officers discovered the victim lying on the ground and unresponsive. The Jacksonville Fire Rescue Department responded to the scene and announced the victim deceased. He was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. Homicide Team 5 responded to the scene, and Detective John Cullen conducted the investigation. The investigation revealed that earlier, the suspect and the victim had a telephone conversation. For some reason, the suspect felt that he was being disrespected on the telephone, so he armed himself with a semi-automatic handgun and then drove over to the house where there was a couple friends that were gathering at the house. The suspect then pulled out the firearm and pointed it at the victim. The victim and him then began fighting and struggling over the gun. And during that fight, the suspect shot the victim at least one time, and the victim was killed at the scene. The suspect then got into his vehicle and began to drive away. Police officers that arrived on the scene put out a bolo. A bolo was broadcasted to be on the lookout for the suspect. The suspect was actually stopped in the 6100 block of Townsend Road. A traffic stop was conducted. The suspect just pulled in, stopped at a business that was there. He was taken into custody without incident. And I'll answer any questions that you might have.
What is the relationship between these two men?
They're friends, more than acquaintances. I don't have the length of relationship that they're considered friends.
Were they coworkers?
I don't know.
But how many people were at the residence at the time of the incident?
I believe at least 3, maybe 4, but I'm not certain on that number.
What was the nature of the gathering?
They were just hanging out. I know, I think reports had been that there was some type of cookout or something going on. We didn't necessarily find any evidence of a cookout that was happening. I think there were some witnesses that may have spoke about some type of cookout. But like I said, the suspect came over with the intention to, I guess, to get respect.
And the suspect confessed to going over there and choosing to point a gun instead of fighting.
I can't give you all the details of the confession, but yeah, the suspect did confess to what happened.
How helpful was it for your investigation to have 3 to 4 people who were right there and saw it all? Because sometimes you have fatal shootings and no one's around.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's key because when they get there, they're able to provide a suspect. The suspect was not a stranger to them. I mean, it's a suspect that is familiar to them. They were able to give that information to us as well as a vehicle description. It's key for us to get that information out to the police officers that are working out there. And as you can tell from putting out by broadcasting the bolo, it led to the apprehension of the suspect.
Do we know what the phone conversation or the fight on the phone was about initially?
I don't.
You know what
Talk to
kind
us
of
about charges.
I'm sorry.
Can you talk to us about charges? Anything else related to court cases?
No, he was, the exact charge should be on the arrest and booking report. He was charged with murder, and that's the only charge that I see coming from this point. Of course, he's over at our pretrial detention facility, and then we'll go through the court process.
Chris, you said there's no evidence of a cookout?
That's just, I can get that clarified for you, because I think that was the initial reports.
2 questions. It says that he was arrested in possession of a handgun. Is that the handgun believed to be used in the murder?
It is. I can't confirm that now, but yeah, we believe it is.
Other question is, it says he's a citizen of Mexico and not of the U.S. Is he going to be deported, or how does that work with suspects?
I don't know that information. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. I'm sure if he's here illegally, that'll go through the process as well through that governing agency.
Do we know how long he's been in the country?
I do not.
Do you think this was gang related at all?
No.
Was there any other prior history between these two other than this incident?
No.
These 3 or 4 people also at the scene, you can confirm they knew both the suspect and the victim.
I'll have to follow up with you.
Is the victim also a U.S. citizen?
I don't know that.
Anything else? Thank you.